I'm your host, Khadijah Sams, along with my co-host, Dawn Baynes.
Good evening.
And we would like to say hello to everyone. And we hope that you guys who all that celebrated enjoyed your holidays and your time with your family. But we
Yes.
only have 5 more days, and then it's 2021.
Woo.
It'll be over. Dawn's drinking her water out of crystal today.
Cheers.
Chick with the
Cheers
juice
to
hooked her up.
we
She hooked her up because she said she need to be drinking that water out of some crystal. You see what she doing? She drinking.
that's what this what happened when you have bougie water.
She got that bougie. Well, I can't even say it.
I can't pronounce it either.
I can't
So
say
you
it.
know, and I haven't found anyone who does know how to pronounce it. You know,
Right.
okay, so
I thought it said Esmeralda, but the S on the front, so that ain't it.
Smeraldina.
Oh.
Because it's not smear, it's Meraldina. So it would be Merle, and then Dina if you break it up. Merle,
I'm
Dina.
sure
So
you had
put
to
an S on it.
I'm sure you had to say it some fancy way though.
I don't know. I don't know. But this is what I'm drinking. And it's
But
good.
anyway,
it has clear taste.
she's drinking that good water. She's drinking that good water. So like I said, we got 5 more days, and then it's going to be 2021. We going into a new year, and I'm hoping and praying that we get out of this pandemic because I'm over it. Over it.
O-V.
Like over it.
E-R. O-V. E-R.
Over the
O-V.
pandemic, tired of being in the house, tired of not knowing when I'm gonna be able to go somewhere, move. These kids, my grandchildren, are driving me up a wall. And I feel so bad for these kids because they really want to go outside. And I really want them to go outside, but I don't really want them to go outside around my way.
Yeah.
Because it's terrible around
It
there.
is. It
It's
is.
really, really bad. And, you know, it's like I'm over this year. So I'm hoping and praying that our next year. Well, I know my year gonna be better. I know my year gonna be better.
It is
But I'm
definitely
just
going
saying,
to be better.
for all the people who are sick out there and not feeling good, or they not feeling good about this year, and they got, they kind of wondering what next year gonna be like. Next year gonna be great. Next year gonna be great.
And next
great.
year going to be everything
Great.
you planned it to be. If
That's
you
right.
planned to do nothing, for it to be anything, to be nothing, that's exactly what you're going to wind up with. Nothing. So now during this time, we have these last 5 days. It's a perfect time to reflect on what we have learned personally
Right.
from 2020, because there have been plenty of life lessons, plenty of just lessons, period, across the board that have we have been exposed to, we've learned, and
Yes.
all of them have not been pleasant. So I just think that it's a time to take these last 5 days and really reflect upon those things which we have encountered in 2020. And I hope you'll see that we are resilient people.
Always.
That we really are strong, and that we have the ability to ride the waves of adversity no matter what life happens, what it throws at you. I always say keep going.
Yeah.
And 2020 was the year of keep going. Don't succumb to no matter what the pressure is. Just keep going. If you fell down, you got back up, but you kept going.
Exactly.
So here we are at the end. Many people didn't think they would make it to the end, but you made it at the end. You survived. I don't care if you made it on broken pieces. You survived.
here.
You are here.
Made it to the end of this year. This year was definitely a lesson learned.
Oh my
This
gosh.
year was a lesson learned, especially for all of those people who because of the coronavirus, they lost work. They lost their jobs. And me and Dawn and I were talking about some of our financial goals for next year. And I said, well, I was talking to my brother yesterday, and he gave me such a good idea. And he says he always pays himself first.
Mm-hmm.
When he get his paycheck, he'll take a couple dollars, whatever he going to take out of his money, and he pays himself first before he pays any bills or anything else. He always pays himself first. And I told him, I said, that's a good idea because I always pay my bills. And, most
Right.
people pay their bills first. But he was like, I feel like when I start paying myself first, that I've saved so much money. My money was managed better.
Right.
It just flowed better. So I'm going to take my brother and I see his advice. And I'm going to pay myself first. Starting next week, 2021.
All right.
And we're going to see how my paychecks look for me paying myself. See what my savings look like. I think that was great advice, a great bit of advice that I got from him.
That was a great bit of advice because many people don't do that. So, and it's also great advice to look at your overall expenses and see what it is, and to see what you have coming in and what you have going out. So again, 2020, that was one lesson we should have learned. If we have more dollars going out than we have coming in, so then therefore we have to balance our ledger a little better. So it's time for us to really sit back and to, like I said, reflect and say, hey, what changes can I make that's going to help better me? Whether it's starting your business, saving money, getting out of debt, whatever it is that you want to do that's going to help propel you to where you need to be and where you want to be, this is the time to get it done. I had a conversation with my son the other day, and I was talking to him, and I said, I want you to write only 5 days. I said, I can't do it for you. You have to do it.
Right.
So he said to me yesterday, he said, I wrote my list down. I said, oh, you really did it? He said, yeah. I said, these are things that you want to do, right? He said, yeah. I said, self-esteem comes from things that you do, right? He said, yeah. I said, okay, all right, so we're going to get this ball rolling. Because one of the things he's contemplating, he's really wrestling with, he wants to move out of the state. Okay. And I told him, I said, you cannot just up and move. Mm-mm. There's preparation.
Don't be running nowhere. You be broke. That you ain't going to have no, you become like, Mom, can you send me a bus ticket?
Because I told him, you need to make sure that you have airfare wherever you going. Because one of his brothers moved to Las Vegas and was trying to get him to come out. I said, no, you need to make sure that you look. Don't lean on me. If this is a decision that you want to make, you have to be able to make sure that you have airfare there, airfare back in event of an emergency, and that you have the ability to maintain your shelter for 3 months.
Yes.
Until you find a job.
It's rough out there in Las Vegas because my son was out there. He said it's rough out there.
So then he said, well, I don't know, I might go to Virginia. I don't care where you go. The premise is the same. You have to be prepared. Count the cost. I said, that's what I need you to do. I said, this is why I'm always on you about your credit. Mm-hmm. Keeping your credit straight. Doing different things. I said, it'll all make sense after a while. So now it tells me that he's turning the corner. Right. Because now these are things that he's considering. He's really thinking about it. So for him, that's a big thing for Vontae to tell me that he wrote his list down. Because child, please, that's
like
stuff.
in one ear right out the other.
Girl,
how old is he now?
26. And girl,
he's getting up there. He's getting up to the
I'll be like, oh my God, when? But boys, they just. They listen, but they don't listen.
It takes them a minute, but majority of the time, if they good boys and they got a good head on their shoulder and they want better for themselves, they get it together. Like my son, he works down there with my brother, and I was fussing at him for years. This go down there, and now he's like down there constantly, because that's where the money is. Yeah. You got to be consistent in order for things, to work the way you want them to.
And I also told him, I said, because he works for one of the hotels, I said, you can also, if you want to move out of the state, look into transferring.
Oh, absolutely.
So make sure wherever you go, make sure that there is that particular hotel or that company is present in that particular city. He said, "Oh yeah,
yeah." Because most
work
hotels,
your resources.
You need to work for them for a year, and then you can transfer. You can transfer somewhere else. And most hotels got hotels almost everywhere, especially Las Vegas.
In his mind, he didn't even consider it. So I said, no,
that was a good idea.
I said, work your resources. When you have a network, you work them. Right. And you work for a company who has hotels across the country. So that's an advantage that you have.
Yes.
So work it. Utilize it. Put in a transfer.
Put in for a transfer.
So, but before you do that, let's make sure that you got your finances and stuff in order.
Before you put in for your transfer and you have somewhere to live. So when you go to work, you have somewhere to come home to. Okay?
And then I don't know, I did not realize, I know that homelessness is a problem here in the city, but I did not realize, I guess I was just really ignorant to it, how many people are living in Airbnbs. Like for 30 days, 29. I think you can stay in the city. I think it's 29 days, 30 days, and then you have to leave. Okay. But, I know some are literally renting Airbnbs for 30 days. And then you go to the next one for 30 days. Like, what? Again, this is a plan. We got a plan because we have to do something better. And we know things are things are not good at the moment.
Right.
And I guess it's an alternative to being out on the street. And I applaud them for being able to maintain your standard of living for 29 or 30 days in an Airbnb. But at some point in time, I'm like, is it that has to run
But
expensive?
don't they cost? I was about to say that probably
Yeah, and
costs a lot to
yeah,
stay there for a
yeah.
month.
Yeah, and then again, is your credit okay? So these are a whole lot of things.
Right.
You know, that whole credit piece here, it creeps right back up.
See,
You know, there are some things that you got to get in operation better.
Yes.
You know, all of us, it says, as I said this a long time ago, I said, you know, it's as if we got a big reset. Meaning, you know, we everybody's, the playing field has been leveled.
Right, right.
So it's up to us to build from where we are.
Yes. It's a good time to start off fresh. And hi to all my watchers that's out there. It's a good time to renew. It's a good time for a renewal, like mindset renewal, maybe things in your home renewal, just an overall overhaul.
And listen, if you practice, you know, Christmas, if you celebrate Christmas, and if you didn't get a gift, your dude or your lady didn't give you a gift. Now, we're talking about the last 5 days here now. Then the handwriting is on the wall. Then I think you need to make a decision. To
You
not
got
take
5 days
got
and you
five-
didn't get a gift.
5 days. Because he and she didn't already told you where you stand.
You ain't worth a goddamn gift.
If they ghost
I don't
you,
celebrate. What about the people that wait till Christmas time? Well, I don't celebrate
okay,
that.
like, yo, they ain't feeling you.
We just celebrated you all year, your
Okay,
birthday and
okay.
everything. Now my
They
little
ain't
stuff
feeling
come. Oh, I don't celebrate that.
Yeah. They playing in your face. So therefore, you have to make a decision. These are we just calling out things that you have to confront, you have to address,
Yes.
that you do not want to take over into the new year with you. So if you are with people, you're dating somebody, you're in a situationship with somebody who doesn't value you, yo, it's time to turn the page. Especially after 2020, like you should be taking no shorts. Like, yo, I catch up with you when I catch
After
up
all
with you.
this vibe, look, we done been in this house locked in here for
Listen.
12 months.
I'm cool. Like,
Uh-huh.
yo, I'm so glad my phone don't ring. Praise the Lord. Listen,
Except for
don't
scam likely.
yeah, scam like how we sabotage ourselves, whether it's for other people, whether it's for ourselves, and we sometimes we
Yes.
are our own worst enemy. And this is the time to stop.
I'm worth way more than
I'm
this.
worth more than this, and I'm doing myself more damage and more harm than you are because I'm entertaining this foolishness when I don't have to. Sweetheart, you are an option. Get you a new roster.
Are you
okay?
expendable or not?
Okay? Get rid of all your liabilities and find you some people who want to be assets to you.
Yes.
Okay? Get you a whole new roster. For real.
Because last year's roster was jacked. All right, the roster last year was jacked. It needs to get cut, okay? For real. Some of the people on the roster,
We
the
don't want to hear no
conditions on the
sad songs. Listen, don't let
Listen.
them come with no BS. Don't let them sing you to get the violin and tell you this what's going on. Stop letting people drag you along. And, you know, it's just like you got to set some boundaries. You got to
Yes.
set some boundaries and put you first. So make that one of your goals that you are not going to take into 2021 with you. And again, if you didn't learn that throughout 2020, baby, I don't know. I think you might need to really go see a therapist because something ain't right, because that was one of the things we should have learned.
I mean, I figure this year should have been, if we didn't do anything, it should have been a whole lot of self-analyzing. Because we sure had plenty of time to look at ourselves in the mirror. Because I know I did. Because I can't miss myself in my mirror right there when I get up. We had plenty of time to look ourselves in the mirror and figure out some things about what we want and what we do not want coming into this new year. And I know everybody say, oh, yeah, well, it's not a resolution.
Nope.
See, I don't do that because that don't mean nothing. What you say, do what you say you're going to do.
Okay.
You understand what I'm saying? If we don't have to make these New Year resolutions, I'm not going to be like, oh, I'm going to be like a 12 this summer. I probably won't. but it would be nice.
But you know what? I'm going to get to that 12. That's something I'm going to work on. Go ahead.
I might get to 13. But I don't know about 12, but we gonna try. But I ain't gonna be like, my New Year's resolution is to be a 12. It's not, but it is to lose a little bit of these pandemic pounds. Cause I gained 18 pounds. Like, really? I was so appalled when I got on the scale.
Listen.
I told the girl when I got on the scale at the doctor, I went to the doctor last week, I said 120. She looked at me, I said 120. She goes, yeah, I just say it. And I know it ain't true. Make me feel good in here. Because I done gained 18 pounds up in here eating, and my grandkids is there, and we on YouTube baking stuff, and I done made an apple pie. I feel like a real grandmother. Because I made an apple pie the other day. Like, really, like, put it in the oven. I said, the bitch that made an apple pie.
You better go ahead.
You better
with
go
yourself.
ahead, Grandma. Go
ahead.
ahead. Make that apple. My grandson I was like, you want an apple pie? And guess who was eating the apple pie? Me.
Because
he
did
ain't
you have some
even
ice cream to go with it?
Yes, child. You know, I had some vanilla ice cream. I had to put that. How you going to have apple pie without
that was good eating.
Hey, cousin, how you going to have vanilla pie without having no...
You should have called me. I'd have come and got some, child. You know.
I still got some left
I'm
and
a
some
sweet
ice cream.
eater.
So if you want to indulge in a little bit, it's still a little left. I just
and guess
made it
what?
today
I got
for
my
yesterday.
Hershey bar.
Yes,
Sweets.
but I had to, I have to watch my waistline. It's getting out of control here. You know what I'm saying? Because I put on something today, and I was like, oh, this is really not the size. Or is it the right size? And I'm not the right size. Something ain't right about the size. It's either me or this thing here. My arms look like they fit pretty good, so it must be all around here where I got that pandemic weight that came in. That's what I'm talking about for next year. When you in the house all day, there is really not much for you to do, and then you just find yourself. And I'm not a big eater, but I'm nibble. But I have ate more Ghirardelli chocolates through this pandemic.
Listen.
And I just bought 2 bags before we got here because they was.
No.
I have to. That's the thing for me because I eat at nighttime because we be up like watching TV and stuff, and then baby be like, "You want some ice cream?" Like, don't ask. Just don't. I'm gonna tell him, don't ask me.
You know, it's said I gained 25 pounds and I'm not happy.
Right.
But
like this.
and
is
you know, I'm not a
bad.
big meal eater. I eat ice cream and cake.
But that's how I'm about to say, doing me and you the same.
That's
We ice
where
cream
my
and cake
weight
eaters,
came
yes.
from. Is the darn ice cream and cake, and especially in the middle of the pandemic.
Yes.
You know, when they shut everything down, and I was going to the market. I ought to have stock in Entenmann's, and I ought to have stock in that ShopRite sweet potato cheesecake, sweet potato cake. That's what I should have stock in that.
I ain't
I'm
getting
telling you, and some Haagen-Dazs. Listen. It is just so bad that if somebody came to my house, I said, did you eat today? I said, no, I'm going to have some ice cream. You're not eating that.
We mean real food, Dawn.
I said, well, that's what I'm going to eat. What you want to eat? I'm on my way. I said, thank you. It's like, it's not that hard.
Bring me something.
Feed me.
So I guess your little the conjunction thing is over. You only cook breakfast that one day.
That's it. I only had
Damn.
one. I put the bacon in the freezer.
That was December 21st, everyone. She cooked. December 21st, 2020.
I put the bacon in the freezer.
She made bacon. She done put the bacon back in the freezer. That thing ain't coming out there no time soon.
I couldn't
Don't
find
get
my
that
hash
bacon
brown
out the
potatoes. I couldn't find my hash brown potatoes. I had the patty. So, I even bought potato bread to go with it. I'm telling you,
So what happened?
the holiday came and
The conjunction
yeah,
left the house.
the holiday came and it's I'm not going in that kitchen. I'm just not.
Did y'all cook for the house? Did your mom cook?
Yeah, she cooked and I made a lamb. I baked the
Okay.
lamb.
Okay.
A lamb shoulder.
Oh, sure, she made.
So-
That's why you did say you was
Yeah,
gonna make a lamb shoulder.
yeah.
How did it come out?
It was good. It was tender. I had my mother make the gravy for me, but it was
Came out pretty good.
It was good.
You had to let me
good.
taste that. I had lamb
Alright.
last night too, but I just had lamb chops because we wasn't doing all that. But we definitely had some barbecue lamb chops last night. They was really good. So lamb, that's my thing. I eat that every day. If I had to choose a meat to eat every day, besides a nice hamburger from Five Guys, it'd probably be lamb. And I really was like on this thing where I was trying to stop eating meat. I really want to. It's just I be hungry and
But
that.
I had stopped eating meat because I had got sick. I had stopped eating meat for about 6 months. It might have been a little longer, and I had lost a ton of weight because they was trying to find out what was going on with me. So they just told me to stop eating everything. So I mean, I literally was eating. I survived off of oatmeal, cream of wheat. Honest to God, it was bad. So one day I was walking down the street and I smelled a hamburger. It smells so good. I went in the store. I got me a hamburger. I said, put some extra cheese on it. So I got home. I ate that thing. I said, oh, Lord. And I've been eating a hamburger ever since. This just don't make no sense.
Yeah, because you got to keep eating them after. See, that's
because I wasn't eating. I didn't have fish. I didn't have chicken. I didn't have anything. So if it wasn't like a salad, I couldn't even really have like real salad dressing. So I was very limited in my choices for food choices. So I'm like, yo, this is crazy. Like, why am I dropping weight like this? And then I said, I ain't going to go back to eating meat. So I was vegan for a little bit, honestly.
I tried it because I really did. It was a minute. Like, I stopped eating meat for a while.
The scent of that hamburger as it was cooking and the smell, the aroma of the onions, it just called, say, hey, Dawn.
Come here, Dawn.
Dawn.
I know you
And
hungry.
I said, no, I'm all right. It said, Dawn, get your ass in here. I went in there. I said, oh, Lord, I felt bad even ordering that. I said, give me a cheeseburger with extra cheese and some fried onions and some mayonnaise and ketchup. John, I said, throw some French fries on it.
I was about to say that. I know you had to order some French fries.
Oh, I got home. I said, Lord, don't let me get sick, please. And I tore that thing up. I said, oh, God, it tastes like steak. Because I ain't had
it wasn't the burger.
6-7 months. I said, oh, this is bad. This is bad. I said, I ain't going to eat no more. Child, and I've been eating it ever since.
How you going to not eat a cheeseburger? See, that's the problem. That's my problem. Like, I love cheeseburgers. It's like my favorite thing. Like, I'm just like, and I really, like, love them. Like, a good one. Not everybody's. Like, I don't like McDonald's or none of that.
Right.
But if I go somewhere like Five Guys or Bobby Flay's, I'm going to get a cheeseburger. And I will. Yes, I will. Don't talk about me. I will spend $15. Yes, I will. Yes, because I love them. And they're delicious.
Yeah.
So, but I don't eat them that much, though. I don't eat them that much. I don't even know the last time I actually indulged in Five Guys. But it'll probably be sometime this week since it's on my mind. But that's not but that's not the reason why I gained 18 pounds. It wasn't Five Guys. It was everything else in the house that I was eating. All the junk.
But
junk food.
These restaurants and stuff have really made, like the corner delis or the pizza shops have really, their income, I cannot see it not doubling during this year.
Yes.
Because if nobody else made a killing, these delis and these restaurants, these pizza shops made a killing.
And the bodegas.
Yeah, and the bodegas, child, because we were limited. You couldn't really go anywhere. So then some restaurants did have curbside pickup, but who felt like driving to go get the stuff? Like some people did, and some people probably felt like I'm not moving my car. But it's just like at the end of the day, you're going to pay the extra money because if I order something from Shake Shack, it might be $13.
Yes.
By the time I've hit that button on that Uber Eats, that thing is about $23, $24.
Because now you got to pay for the Uber and for them to bring it.
I said, this don't make no sense. For all that, I could have went to the supermarket and fixed myself something to eat. But here I go doing, who you kidding? You're not going in the kitchen.
Because you're not going to cook it. You're going to put it back in the freezer. Like you did the bacon.
Maybe this weekend I'll take it out. Maybe I'll take it out Friday and cook myself some breakfast. Because it's the new year. Friday is...
This is how you know when a person don't cook. When they make an appointment to take something out of the freezer to make breakfast.
Yeah, so maybe I'll make breakfast on New Year's Day. I'll make myself some breakfast.
Yourself? What about your mom?
Anybody worry about them? It's every man for themselves.
Oh, every man. If I did that at my house, that would never fly.
I ain't got time for that.
That's not going to work at my house. Every man for themselves.
I ain't see nobody. I ain't feed nobody. My uncle had stopped by and he said, when I fixed that bacon, he gonna say, Dawn, you didn't offer me nothing. My mother, she ain't offer me nothing. There you go.
And she birthed you.
I'm feeding me. If you've been up all this time and you ain't fixed yourself nothing to eat, God bless you.
See, that be the whole thing. Like, you was up all morning. Ain't nobody think about me. Think about making me no breakfast.
That's what I'm saying.
But then when I get up, I got to be the breakfast maker.
See, that's what I'm saying. Like this, if I had a butler, all of that.
I'm gonna get me one of them. I swear.
If I had a man that loved me and that knew how to cook, he'd get in that kitchen and cook me something to eat a couple days a week.
Well, he probably would a couple days a week, not as many as I.
He gotta be every day.
Yeah.
But by the time they know I'm, the guys know I'm big.
I just need me some domestic workers, cause I don't feel like doing none of that shit. I don't feel like cooking, washing clothes, none of it. I got to keep my mind on more creative things than housework.
Like it's a whole lot. It's too much.
Everything. Like, why we got to do everything?
It's too much. I really need to do my laundry. Like,
me too.
It's ridiculous. So,
and you're supposed to do them before the new year. Now I know it's a word. Oh, shut up, everybody out there. Like,
wait,
that's old water. I know, but you're still supposed to wash your clothes before the new year come in.
Guess who texts me on text me Christmas? That damn hack man. Tell me if you need a ride. Listen, I am not in need of your services. And if I was in need of you and your services, I would reach out to you.
The one that with the
yeah. So he gonna text me back, Merry Christmas. I didn't even respond. Like, yo, dude, you got to be high. You just randomly texting people.
He probably was high.
Or calling people.
Well, he might have been in the holiday spirit.
He wasn't in no damn holiday spirit. He lurking and
try
looking
to
for
give
something.
him the benefit of the doubt.
No, not that.
He might have thought you needed a gift.
I didn't need that gift. I didn't want
nobody ain't buy you nothing.
I didn't want his gift.
He might want to give you a nice lift and come back on time. This time, come back and get you at the right time, maybe. Okay.
Oh gosh.
So that's what we but we just here talking about what we gonna do on the new year. But we might be getting a stimulus check next year. Look out for y'all big old $600.
No, you got slow clap.
Oh, that's for six. If it was the 2000, I would have been like.
But this 600.
But they did approve the 600 now, and I hear that they're supposed to be coming out on the 4th, but they don't know who's getting it first. So they don't know if they're gonna do like the Social Security people since they got theirs the last time first, okay, or the other people who filed their taxes in 2018, 2019. They might get this. Oh, wait a minute. Oh, the House just approved the $2,000. Oh! Let's give that for $2,000.
Oh, come on,
that's breaking news.
So now, what you gonna do with it?
What you gonna do with that $2,000?
Now it's time to plan. So here we go back to the finances. Now it's time. What you gonna do with the money when it comes? What are you going to do?
What you gonna do with it? I already know what I'm gonna do with
I mean, it's all right to get caught up on your bills and all that stuff, and put some aside. Put a little love away. Put something aside for yourself.
And don't get because you get ready to get your taxes too.
You want to get your taxes.
You're about to get your stimulus and your taxes.
Now this is the thing. Sit on your taxes. Just give you a word of advice. Just sit on your taxes. I'm trying. Listen to me. Sit on your taxes. I'm one. There for years I didn't file every year. Okay. So I would file every 2 to 3 years. Okay. That was me.
So you can get them big checks.
But that's how you grow your savings. Because let me qualify this. If you are making enough money that you do not have an immediate need for it, set it to the side.
Right.
It's conditional. It's qualified. If you are not in dire need of the money. Something different if you want to take a portion of it, go on vacation, or pay up a couple of bills. But just to take it and blow it and stunt, no.
Don't do it.
Nah.
I'm fortunate. So this year I don't have no major stuff to do. So I'm definitely gonna be sitting on mine this year. Definitely, for sure. I mean, depending on how much I get, because, I got a new job, and they be talking about, your tax bracket went up. Don't take no taxes out my shit then. Just give me my shit. Like, what the hell? Don't take no taxes. I don't want to hear nothing about no tax bracket, because you don't give me all mine back at the end of the year, so I'm not trying to hear none of that tax bracket crap. Give me my money. But, so, but we're going to have a little cut in our taxes because of the stimulus. But the 2000, you won't see that until the next tax cut. So because it's for this year. It's for 2021.
And
so.
if you need a place, you can use the money if you need a down payment on a place. But y'all, please don't go out here buying a bunch of cars that might flood out on you or that is of no real value, no use to you, and then you out of your money. You done bought a lemon, so you just your money then went down the hole. But again, let's be wise. Let's be wise stewards with what we are being entrusted with.
Right.
So we want to use it to stimulate the economy, but also you want to use it to stimulate yourself.
Right. And they watching what you do with your stimulus money too. I want you to know that. All them people that got them loans and you get your little stimulus check, they watching what you do it. They watching you. They want to see what, especially the people that got them loans. Because I want to see too. It was something on one of these news break. The guy got $1 million. Wait a minute. What did he get? $4 million? He got $4 million in stimulus loan money for his business. He went out and bought a Bentley.
I'm telling you.
And a Rolls Royce or some shit like that. Like, and they came straight to his house like what the? Who does that? What's wrong with people? Like, why would you take these? You know they what? They don't have nothing to do, and you're broke. Like you don't have a business. First of all, your business don't worth $4 million. Like
broke
what?
Now, yeah.
Like, but your business wasn't worth $4 million to begin with. So you got this money, and then the first thing you decide to do is not try to get some employees, people to cover this money that you're getting for. You go out and get a Bentley and a Rolls Royce. Now you going to jail. You can't even drive a car.
You going to jail.
You going to jail. And you about to lose your job at the same time. Because
when you say you were going to jail, I'm like, you about to lose your
job. Like, you going to jail and you're going to lose your job. What the hell? What was you thinking? But I guess it was nice to have a Rolls Royce. They got him right away, so you probably ain't even driving that long. You know you got to spend $9,999. You know you can't go over $10,000 spending all this money all fast. You got to know the rules. Rules, okay?
And I would really hope that since we had Boo Lamont McIntosh on the show, that people would pay, because eventually this quarantine is going to lift.
Right.
That you would pay to get your children in the league. You know, sign them up for football,
right,
basketball, whatever it is. So while you have the extra money,
right,
that you can go ahead and pay this stuff off, what they're going to require, what they're going to need for their sports. So it's just things that we need to take care of, that which I think would take precedent over something that's minor, or just some of your stunting foolishness,
right?
Because at the end of the day, it's about the babies. I'm all for the kids and keeping them busy, and they have a lot of stress that they have to burn off coming from this year. These babies been through a whole lot. It was traumatic. So we have to give them an outlet in order for them to release all of this pent-up energy and anxiety that they don't know what to do with.
And they definitely need to get involved in something, because these kids is riding hoverboards around my house and stuff. What I'm supposed to do? Like, I got to let them do something.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Yeah. It's like, what do you do with the kids that's pent up in the house all day? So I'm like, go down the basement and ride back and forth on the hoverboard. I don't know. I let them go out on the porch a little bit, maybe in the yard a little bit. But it's like they are bored. They are either on those phones, They got board games, but I guess that's not exciting. They don't want to play those. We got Uno board games. They don't want to play none of that stuff. Mm-mm. So it's I'm just getting tired of the children,
And if you are able to sponsor a child, then do that. Then look out for somebody else's child, because we're going to have Boo on, and we're going to have the coach on sometime before the season starts. To come on, and I'm going to sponsor a child with the full uniform, the helmet, the pads, and whatever. And I would like to do one for baseball if we can find a baseball league for our children. So I don't have a problem putting my money where my mouth is, because I believe in supporting these babies
and they need it. They need
letting them get out here. And I want to make sure that it's from a family that really needs it.
Yes.
And maybe to give a child who has not had an opportunity to play.
Right.
To give them an opportunity, give them a chance. Again, it's just so much this year. the year in review. We've encountered so much. We are resilient people. We've made it. It's time for new decisions. It's time for new trains of thought.
Yes.
It's time to love yourself in a different way, a better way. There's just so many things that we have to review and look and reflect.
Yes.
And say, you know what? This my makeup year. This my comeback. If you want to start your business, start your business.
Yes.
Get your LLC, consult with a few lawyers, but make sure that your stuff is ironclad. Do what you need to do. Make 2021 a little personal.
Yeah.
Be a little selfish with you, and especially if you are one who is a giver, who's always giving and looking out and trying to help others. You got to take some time. You can't pour into a cup and you're empty. You can't do it.
Right.
So you got to take some time and pour some of that love and attention and focus that you put on others. Put it on you and make your stuff happen. So these next 5 days, I had been journaling off and on throughout the course of the year. And when I felt like I was beginning to feel a little overwhelmed about different things, I would sit down and I would pen my thoughts. So now I'm going to go back. I'm going to pick up my book and I'm going to review where I was throughout the course of this year, so I can now journal where I am at the end of this year, and then pen my thoughts for my intentions for next year. Some people do a vision board. I don't have a vision board, but
I
I'll
got
just
some
write
vision
it in
board stuff if you want
know.
it.
All right.
Because I got me and the grandkids are supposed to be making one. I have one. I have one up in my room, but I never cut the pictures out, the magazine stuff, but I just kind of put other stuff up on there, words of encouragement.
Because some people look so pretty, and I was like, I don't want a bunch of stuff that look like it just come out. I cut out stuff out the magazine.
But you know what I did too? I have in my room what I call a tree of inspiration. It's like one of those, you get those peel and stick, the wall decor. Well, what I have is a tree, and on the branches, I take a sticky, and everything that I wanted to do, I got the podcast on there. Everything that I wanted to do, I stuck it up on that board on a different branch. And you could just take it off as you get what you need to do. And it doesn't look junky, and it's kind of cool. It's kind of cool because people come oh, that's a good idea.
That is. Where did you get the tree?
I got the tree from... I got it from AC Moore.
Okay.
But they closed now. But you probably can get it from Michael's or Walmart. Those... I think I got another one, Dawn. Okay. Right. If I have it, you can have that one because I think I have another one, and I put it on there and it matches my room decor, and I just write some stuff on the sticky. And I haven't done nothing. I haven't put any of my new thoughts on there lately, but I got a bunch of stickies on there, people I want to meet, people that inspire me, things like that, and that's all up on my tree of inspiration, is what I call it.
And guys, we don't just be sitting here talking. These are things that we're implementing as well. And we try to share our thoughts with you with things that we have done and that we are in the process of doing. So join alongside us. So that's why we always extend the invitation for you to join us, to come in, come alongside us, come walk alongside us, come share your thoughts with us. If you guys want to call in tonight and you want to share something, please give us a call, 267-888-6019. 267-888-6019. The phone line is open, so you can call and share your thoughts. Tell us what 2020 has meant to you.
Yes.
Share with us some things that it can be your joys, it can be your trials, it can be, and so many people are dealing with grief, not just the loss of jobs, but their family members, and not being able to grieve them properly and give them a proper homegoing celebration of whatever faith it is that you are in, and to not even really be around their family because of because of COVID and the quarantine. So that's a lot to deal with.
A lot.
And I'm just grateful and thankful that this year I haven't lost any family members that I am aware of. And I know that we haven't lost anyone due to COVID.
Okay.
So I'm grateful for that. And I pray that we continue to, my family remains unaffected going out through the year and into the new year. But, again, people are dealing with so much stuff. So, again, call us. Share with us. If you have something you want to get off your chest, please call us and tell us. This year was heavy. It was heavy.
It was very heavy.
It was heavy, and it's okay if you had a meltdown. It's okay if you had to fall on the floor, kick, cry, scream. It's okay. We ain't here to judge you, because, baby, all of us at some point in time, we was doing the same thing.
For real.
And anybody tell you they wasn't is lying.
Yeah.
They probably was screaming on the inside. But guess what?
I
Nobody
was
heard.
screaming at people, but I was screaming.
You know,
I might
they
have been
got it
screaming
out.
at people, but
They got it out. Some people turn to alcohol. Some people turn to sex. Some people, whatever it is, whatever your vice was. That's why I say it was heavy.
Yes.
Because you indulged in something more than what you normally would have. So then some people had breakdowns because they're not used to living in seclusion and being isolated like this. So again, it was heavy. It's nothing to be ashamed of. It was heavy for all of us. It showed all of us that we are human. It reminded us that we are not machines. We are heavy, and it's okay to seek help. It's okay to take some time for yourself. It's okay.
You have to. If you don't take care of yourself first, then you're no good to anyone else. Because we, like you said, we go on and we take care of people, put people first. But if you don't start putting yourself first, mentally, doing something for yourself first to get your mind right, then it's very hard to be there for anyone else. I mean, to really actually be there. You know what I'm saying? Yep. It's about self-care. And I know that was a big thing for me this year, like self-care. It just analyzing. I did a lot of writing. I got notebooks everywhere because I always write. I wrote a lot of spoken word this year. I ain't shared too much of it, but I did write a lot of it on a lot of different things that's going on in our community, especially with these murder rates and things like that. We have got to 475 murders in our city.
Which is ridiculous.
I mean, 475 murders.
And the young man that they killed, I didn't know the young man. I think his name is Wolby. He was from Frankfurt, I believe.
Oh, I don't know.
But they shot him on live. Somebody walked up to him.
Oh, yeah. My niece was telling he was a comedian or something. Yeah. My niece said he wasn't even really in. And they shot.
And I could not believe it. When I watched it, I was like, oh, my God. Like, are you kidding me? You just walked up to this boy. He like, yo, go ahead. You by yourself. Da-da-da. And the dude was like, whatever. And said whatever it was. He said, and then just shot him. It's like, yo, like, here we go. Who raised these little bastards? I keep saying it. Like
these people out here, it's crazy. It's heartless.
Them?
Like, really.
What's wrong with them?
Heartless.
And I pray that they catch him, and they catch him swiftly. They catch him quickly. That, like, yo, what in the world?
On live.
Oh, the boy told you I'm on live. Yo, chill, I'm on live.
And he just shot him. I mean, I didn't see that, so I'm glad that I didn't, because I don't really, want to indulge in seeing anybody's child get shot down on live video, because that's. But it's been a lot of that,
No, Willie.
It's been a lot of that. There's been a lot of people getting shot and killed on live.
Yeah, it's sad.
People have committed suicide on live. I mean,
yeah.
It's
again 2020 was
too
heavy.
much.
It was a lot. We endured a whole lot. So again, call us 267-888-6019. And if you don't want to talk about that, tell us what some of your goals and your plans are for the new year.
Yes.
We want to hear something positive, And again, as I said, if you are healthy, and I said this around Thanksgiving, you have something to be thankful for. If you're nothing but thankful and have a heart of gratitude, and you're taking that with you into 2021, that's something to be proud of, because everybody is not there.
Right.
Everybody is not there. So call us. Share with us.
Call us. Let us know. 267-888-6019. 267-888-6019. That's the Glock line. Call us. Tell us what you're thinking about. What was what you learned this year, and what you plan to do for next year. What's your plans? What are some things that you plan to do in the next year? I had some things that I plan to do in the next year. I know I've been working on my little clothesline. Mm-hmm. So
awesome.
So I have some ideas, some new ideas for my particular clothing line, based on my body specifics. Because I got to make some for my body specifics. Because when I go in the store to get these jeans, I want the damn jeans to come down to my ankles. Like, why do I got to buy boots that come up? Because my pants don't go down far enough. Like, come on, you know what I'm saying? And then the tall jeans,
It's too long.
they too long. So what I'm going to do is, I bought a band sewing machine, but I'm gonna be the one like helping them, like, make this. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna help them out a little bit with some creative ideas.
No, that's right.
Some
See, that's what I'm
creative
talking about.
ideas.
Work with you, dude.
That's right.
Work with you.
Right.
It's about partnership. So for those of us who are single, you find somebody, the person you date, make sure they are emotionally available. Make sure they physically make sure they are available. Please.
Yes. Okay.
That's what I'm saying. You don't want nobody that's attached to somebody or got some stuff going on that they ain't really trying to resolve. They
trying to see if three baby moms
like yo, come on. At some point in time, you got to choose you. So that's what I'm saying. Like, yo, it is what it is. But find whatever. And if somebody want to take you out, yo, that was something I had to challenge me with. Like, you got to broaden.
You have to broaden your horizon.
I had to broaden my horizon. And
sometimes you got to step out. You got to step outside your comfort zone.
I had a good time. God knows I did. I had a good time.
Yeah, see?
I had fun.
Because, we like to be in our comfort zones and we like to stay.
I ain't going to lie. I had
see?
fun.
Aren't you glad you did it?
Well,
all right.
I can't wait to continue.
Okay, well.
But I'm just saying that was big for me. That was big for me. So I stepped out of my comfort zone. I said, yo, I'm enjoying
Sometimes
this.
outside of your comfort zone could be a good thing.
Yeah, trust me.
Well, there we have it. Dawn in the episode of Outside of the Comfort Zone. She stepped out.
So y'all, y'all do that. Again, find somebody who's emotionally available, who's emotionally stable, who's
stable, please. That's a big
physically
thing.
Available,
emotionally stable,
who's about something.
Yes.
But somebody who's also going to encourage you and push you to do whatever it is to pursue your goals, but also have their own and they working on their own as well. So I think it's no greater partnership.
It's so cool. I watched this couple on YouTube, and what is the name of this couple? It's a husband and a wife. And they share like all kinds of different finance information and all kinds of different, things that's going on. And they help. I'm so upset with myself for not remembering their name. But they have like a lot of information on their YouTube page, and that's where I got the information about the doing the voiceovers for the books. That was something that they kind of go on and they tell people, what you can do from working from home. So, because that little boy paid YouTuber, and he's 9 years old.
I don't know what this little thing is. My nephew is 3, and I'm not one of his favorite people, but the toy he got was something that Ryan reviewed.
Okay.
So when my niece sent me the picture, she said, I said, what does he want? What does he like? And she said, I'm gonna get this. So I said, okay. And I gave her the money. I'm like, yo, what? Anyway, he came in the house on Christmas and he's like, whatever it's called. And he says, Ryan. And he opened it, brought it to me so I could open it. He don't even talk to me. Child, he brought that shit over this side. I could open it up, and then he took all the pieces. And then we sitting at the table and he playing. I got the motorcycle. He got the car. And he talking about, this is little Ryan and this is motorcycle Ryan.
Oh, he's so excited.
Girl, he was excited.
So then that make you feel good.
I was like, it's too many pieces. Get this stuff up.
You know what?
So my girlfriend come by, she talking about, you's a real Scrooge.
Look at it, buy humbug. Grinch.
Like, here I go. It's too much noise. These kids, they making too much noise. It's too much.
The one wouldn't last a half an hour at my house.
Good, them 4 boys wore me out. I was like, oh Lord. And it was a whole lot going on. There was a whole lot going on.
I bet. Noise.
It was just
why do kids gotta be so loud?
It was nonstop. And then they was fighting, and one slapped the other one. I mean, he slapped him, child. I said, And I was sitting there, I was eating. Before you know anything, I had to jump up from the table, put that fork down, and Lord have mercy. Girl, I forgot. I said,
They always loud and they always fighting. Kids, that's what they do. That's what they do. They loud and they're fighting. Tashada said this year she learned to appreciate life and love me more. So that was Tashada.
All right, Shada.
Yes, Shada. That's right.
That's
Appreciate
right.
life and
That's
love me
right.
more.
That's right.
Absolutely, because there's so many people who didn't make it here. Make it here. I know we lost my Aunt Randy this year, and she was like a big staple in our family. She was my great grandmother's last living child, and she was 95. And we lost her this year, and it was hard for us because of COVID,
Right.
and she was in a nursing home, and we would normally around her birthday time go up to the nursing home, have family dinner with her and stuff like that, but we weren't able to do that for Easter, which she likes us to do that with her. Then we weren't able to do it for her birthday in October, and she died like about 3 days. Her birthday is October the 7th or the 9th. It's the 9th. And I think she died on the 6th.
Wow.
October the 6th. So it was like hard, especially on my mom. Especially it was like really hard on my mom because, we didn't get to see her.
Right.
And for all those months from COVID, we didn't get to see her. We bought her some plants and sent them up there to the nursing home, but we didn't really get to see her. And so that was a big thing for our family. She didn't even we weren't even able to give her like a proper burial,
Right.
and like you said, for the family to be around each other and all that. She didn't die of COVID though. Unfortunately the Eagles killed her, but that damn game in my poor eye head, I can't get that out of my mind. Sorry.
Lord, forgive me, but when you told me that, child,
I swear they did, them sons of it. But anyway,
died of a
that
broken
goes on.
heart.
My aunt died watching that game of a broken heart. Ain't this some and COVID? It would have had to be this year. It was like the worst time ever. Thanks, Eagles. So anywho, and then y'all switched quarterbacks later. But but that was the loss for us. But I'm just grateful that we had so many years with her.
Yeah.
95.
Yeah, that's a
she
blessing.
lived to be 95 years old, and that was a blessing for us to have her that long. But it was also like the worst time, and 2020 was terrible. Like I turned 50 this year. I ain't even get to have my.
You sure enough?
I was supposed to be having a banging ass 50th birthday party. What in the hell? I'm turning 50 over next year if the
Yeah.
COVID is over because I need to have my party.
Go on and have your party.
I done went back a year.
Yeah,
I done
go on
lost
and have your
one
party.
because I got to have my party. Like, how disrespectful was it for me not to get my big
Get your
50th
jam
birthday
on, 'cause,
party?
I'm coming, and I'm gonna party now.
I was trying to have it at the Belmont Mansion and all that. Psh, I guess they was like, not this year. You gonna have it in your living room. Go order you some little fringy things from Amazon, put it up there and get you a cake. And that's exactly what I did. Damn, like, what the hell? It's terrible. It's terrible. Now, my best friend, her birthday is on New Year's. And hopefully we can say Happy New Year's together or something, because this stuff is getting out of hand. This stuff getting out of hand. I'm sick. I'm over all this COVID.
And
Crap.
in the early beginning of COVID, listen, I was putting the AV on because I'm, you know me, I like to be outside.
Right.
I was having a hard time adjusting.
Yeah.
Because I can be a social butterfly at times. So I'm like, wait a minute, I don't like this, and Lord forgive me, but I'm gonna say it. I was like, I was tearing that Avion up. Like, wait a minute, I got to take something to get the edge off, like, because I'm not used to being in the house.
Yes.
I got to get outside. Let me out. So I will get up some days. Me and one of my girlfriends, we would go walking. And then after that, I was like, all right, it was cool because it gave me something to do. Something to do. I'm like, I can't take this. So I would just get up and go to the store just because I need to get outside. I need to get outside. I need to do something. I need to change the scenery. Or I would go and just go for a walk and sit underneath a tree. That was just me. Find me a bench and go and sit underneath the tree. And I'm like, I hadn't had the Avion in a long time, because once I realized that I'm using this for a coping mechanism.
Right. What actually is that?
Tequila.
Oh, I need to get me some.
So I said, this isn't good. I'm indulging too much. It's one thing to have something occasionally. I'm like, no, I don't need nothing to take the edge off. I got to figure out another way. I was like, girl, you're smart. Start writing again.
Right.
Like, find it.
Because I'm going to tell you something right now. I got a big old gallon of Crown Royal in my house that I got for a gift. And I still got half of it because if I would have let this COVID, that thing would have been going. But I try not to, that was like, if something got on my nerves really bad, I take a double shot because I got my
See,
double
that's what I'm
shot
saying.
glasses from Mexico. I take a double shot. But I've had it since my birthday and I still have quite, because I'm not no big drinker. Like, I'm not a big drinker. Like, I'm a wine drinker. I drink wine. Now that I have indulged in quite frequently.
And that's okay. That's okay. They say you have to do what's best for you. So here I am. I just, like I said, I had to realize, like, yo, this ain't like you.
Right.
So you got to do it. You got to figure out another coping mechanism because some people be eating, drinking, and don't realize that that's like, yo, you got to figure out something different. You got to do something different. Something like, no, let me leave this Avion sitting here on the floor, and that's exactly what I did. It's still there.
Sitting there.
It's still sitting there. It's still sitting there. So I'm like, I'm cool. Matter of fact, I got maybe 3 bottles because somebody had bought me one. My sister had bought me one for my birthday. Mr. B bought me one, and I think I bought one.
Okay.
So I'm
so
saying,
you got 3 bottles sitting right there.
but I don't want it. I don't have a taste for it.
See, that's the whole thing because you don't have a taste for it.
I don't have a taste for it. I'm good. I'm good. But if I ever wanted to make myself a cocktail or something, if that's what I chose to do, then I have it. But again, 2020 was the year that, I was not really a big drinker anyway.
Right.
But I'm just saying, like, I said, yo, what? And I was drinking straight. I was like, yo, wait a minute.
Because if you would have drank, you probably would have been an alcoholic by now. The way this year went, God damn, like this year would make you become an alcoholic. Enough is enough. With all of this staying in the house, and like you said, like I'm an outside person. I like to get out, especially like to go walk by the water. I like to go down the drive, just clear my head. And I've been in the house extremely too much. I feel like I've been in the house too much.
And then when you single, that just adds another piece to it, another component to it. So you just like, yo, what in the world? So you don't have nobody you can bounce your ideas and really your thoughts off of. So you got to sit there and you're like, yo, wait a minute. Then you have to say, you know what, Lord, thank you. I don't have to be bothered with nobody.
But then you might have to keep cooking. Sorry, man. But then you might have to cook all the time.
You don't have to be bothered with nobody and their drama. So that was it was good on one hand, and the other, it's like you gotta weigh out the scales. So I'm like, yo, wait a minute. But I'm like, Dad, I did like, yo, cause somebody call me, be like, yo, what's up? Are you good?
Hey, you breathing on Sunday? What the? You there? Hey, doing? Call her. Stop playing. Y'all know who y'all is.
So then, 2020, I had childless. Listen, 2020 was good to me for something. So but I'll leave it at that. But
2021 is gonna be the shit.
It's gonna be better.
See,
we got this.
2021 is gonna be such a better year for everybody. I'm telling all of y'all that 2020 gonna be a better year for you, especially if you really want it to be a better year.
Yeah,
you have to want it to be a better year. Don't be walking into the year all negative, ninny. Oh, that 2020. No, 2021 is gonna be the shit. Just say 2021 is gonna be the shit. Get your head right. Get your mind right. Get your money right. Get your thoughts right.
Write your book. One of my friends, she's an author, Kimley. She just wrote a book. So 2020 was good for her.
Yes,
she put her book
Kimberly,
out.
congratulations.
So it is what it is. There were some good things that happened in 2020.
Yes.
It wasn't all bad.
No, 2020.
Excuse me.
I could say personally for me, 2020 was actually a good year for me. Mm-hmm. Because I had a lot of things happen in my life in 2020, but it also gave me time to sit down and think. Mm-hmm. It gave me time to start my podcast. It gave me time to think about all the other business ventures and things that I want to get into. And it was a time where I had the time to do it. Because before, when you're constantly working, you really don't have time to do the things that you want to do for yourself.
That's right.
But with this year, if you were one of the people who wasn't working because of the virus and couldn't go to work and you had a lot of time at home, this was the perfect opportunity and the perfect time to go inside yourself and figure out what it is that you really want to do so that you won't have to worry about not having a job.
Exactly.
In the case that we have another pandemic. But I want to just thank everyone for tuning in with us today. When we come back on next Monday, it'll be 2021.
Yeah. Yes.
And I hope everyone makes it to the other side of next year. Thank you for tuning in.
Get your stuff together. Time to reflect. You got 5 days. Come up with some stuff. You're going into the new year with a plan. We're going in prepared.
Going in prepared, and we'll see you next Monday. Thanks for watching WillPower UnSurfaced.